I've been here since '63, man, you know. Yeah. To make a long story short, okay, I had a hired trombone player when I was in Dallas, because I used to use a horn section. And believe it or not, that guy who called me, Howard Lewis, he had a club, and they had a hotel right next to the club. Do you know all the musicians used to stay there, like Ray Charles back then, Laverne Baker, Ruth Brown, Etta James? That's where all the musicians we used to stay at. So I used to open up for Ike and Tina Turner. And one time in Wichita, Kansas, I can never forget that, it was in the auditorium. And I was doing a little drinking back then, but I never did drug. And anyhow, Ike told me that, you know, he said, man, you need to leave that alone and, you know, do the real thing. I said, I don't do that. But anyhow, but the ones who, and he called me a square. Sure did. He said, you a square. And that really kind of bothered me. That's what I'm talking about. But it didn't bother me, because the one who called me a square, they either went to the pen or the 6 foot under, and Classic Blues still walk around big and fat and healthy, and watch Young and the Restless every day. My first recording that I did was with a guy named Buzu Chavis. He recorded a record called Paper in My Shoe, and back then I was in Lake Charles, Louisiana. You know, that's where I'm from, and I was like I guess you might say, like the Michael Jackson of Lake Charles. Hee hee. I was hot. He did a great job playing Ray. Yeah, because that was Ray almost. Yeah. Yeah. I used to live almost next door to him. Do you know he had a raggedy Cadillac, and he would drive that Cadillac. Yeah, and he'd drive that Cadillac around the coast, man, just to kind of like practice driving. Everybody be watching get out the hotel because they thought he was going to have an accident. But he was so sharp, and not only that, I've seen him gamble. They used to gamble, you know, play. Well, you know, he wrote that song Blackjack, and that was a true fact. I've seen that man gamble. He could feel the difference between an ace, a club, or a jack of diamond, or whatever. And the same way with money, from $1 to $5 or 10, or you know, some of them guys would try to pull. He said that's not a 5 or that's not a 10. You know? Yeah, because he just could feel it, man. He was. I guess that's why they call him a genius, you know. Cameron Shamal Ballou. He's 6 years old, and he's a little phenomenal drummer, believe it or not. I could tell he was going to be a drummer because back then his mom was working and, you know, going to school, and we always took care of him, you know. And he always used to hit on his little crib. If I say 1, 2, 3, he look at me. He do that too, you know. And as he started growing, and he started taking my wife pots and pan and take 2 pencils, clink, 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 just hit on him, you know, just play along. So when he got 3, we bought him a little place set of drums at Walmart, you know, them little cheap drums, you know. And man, he got started on that. He got to playing, and I got to practicing with him. Well, I'm real precise on timing, so I was teaching him timing. And that's how he got started now. And then when he got 4, then my wife bought him a big set. He got a big set in the house. Make me feel like when I played at the zoo the other day. Is never a dull moment in our show.
All right, break it down, man. I want everybody to sing with me. When you sing with me, if everybody sounds good, I'm gonna buy you some Popeye chicken when I get out, okay?
I don't sit on the bandstand to please Classic Blue, to play the music that Classic Blue love. I sit on the bandstand to please the artist. If you want to hear Barney, I play Barney for you. 3 Blind Mice. It don't make me no difference.
Gooba, 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 ghetto.
I get along with everybody. If nobody can get along with Classic Blue, something wrong with them, you know.
Gooba, 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 gooba.
I'm always smiling, and all that people say, how come you always smile? I say, well, it don't do no good to get angry. You know? Yeah, that's me, you know. Yeah.
How about that round of applause for the band?